பிரம்மம் காட்டும் சதாசிவன் ரூபம் சராசரம் எல்லாம் உன் சரீர சம்பந்தம். சதா திசைகள் உன் நாடை மலைகள் உன் மகுடம் கலைகள் உன் வாக்கு சித்தம் சிவன் போக்கு காஞ்சி தவ பீடம் கண்டதும் சீலம் காம கோடிமை கடந்த அருட்ஜோதி. திசைகள் உன் நாடை மலைகள் உன் மகுடம் கலைகள் உன் வாக்கு சித்தம் சிவன் போக்கு காஞ்சி தவ பீடம் கண்டதும் சீலம் காம கோடிமை கடந்த அருட்ஜோதி. வானம் வசம் இருந்தும் நீ ஊனுடம்பெடுத்த சிவம் உந்தும் உயிர்த்திருக்கும் இந்த அண்டம் உந்தன் வசம். தண்டக மண்டலம் தாங்கும் பரகுரு மண்டலம் குண்டலி சிரம் தாங்கும் ஸ்ரீ குரு மண்டலம். சதாசிவ பிரம்மம் காட்டும் சதாசிவன் ரூபம் சராசரம் எல்லாம் உன் சரீர சம்பந்தம். ஓம் நம சிவாய ஹர ஓம் நம சிவாய.
ஓம் நம சிவாய சிவ ஓம் நம சிவாய.
சூற்றுமம் வழிகள் பரிமள செவிகள் அணிவது விண்மீன்கள் படைப்பில் வேதமயம் பார்வை சிவயோகம் நடையில் கம்பீரம் ராஜ நரசிம்மம். சூரியன் விழிகள் சூற்றுமம் வழிகள் பரிமள செவிகள் அணிவது விண்மீன்கள் படைப்பில் வேதமயம் பார்வை சிவயோகம் நடையில் கம்பீரம் ராஜ நரசிம்மம். ஆள் காட்டி விரலோடு பெருவிரலை சேர்த்த விதம் ஆள் காட்டியமையாளும் ஸ்ரீருத்ர சதாசிவம். மனதில் எப்பொழுதும் குரு ஈசா உன் நாட்டி மறவாது கைதொடுவோம் தருவாயே அருளாசி. சதாசிவ பிரம்மம் காட்டும் சதாசிவன் ரூபம் சராசரம் எல்லாம் உன் சரீர சம்பந்தம். சதாசிவ பிரம்மம் காட்டும் சதாசிவ.
ஓம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பரமசக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all With my love and respect, I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar Kotari, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world. With my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Conscious sovereignty. Consciousness is the ultimate for any being, not just human being. Consciousness is the ultimate for any being, not just human being. The very purpose Paramashiva manifesting as incarnation, this incarnation, and manifesting Kailasa is to make every being realize the conscious sovereignty. Listen. It's for all of you, all beings, not just human beings, all beings, to realize conscious sovereignty. Paramashiva is manifesting as this incarnation and manifesting Kailasa. So understand, this conscious sovereignty more deeply, clearly. Even if you just understand what is conscious sovereignty, you will start manifesting it. Because this powerful truth can manifest in you just by Shravana, listening. Conscious sovereignty means you are conscious being, realizing, understanding the truth. You are conscious being. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Because the truths I am revealing are very important. Too important? listen. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands, because I am revealing some of the important truths, great truths, which you can't afford to miss. Shravana, listening, will make you enlightened. Just listening can make you enlightened. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hand.
ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான். ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான். காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் களிப்பால் கட்டு கடந்தா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் துடிப்போதினில் கொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான், துணையென வருவான். ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான். கருவங்களை தடமாற்றிட வெடிப்பான், தலை தூக்கிடும் கருவங்களை தடமாற்றிட வெடிப்பான். பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான், பின் கருணை மழையாய் உதித்தான். சூதெதுவும் அறியாதொரு மழலை மொழி பேசி, சூதெதுவும் அறியாதொரு மழலை மொழி பேசி, எந்த மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், எந்த மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான். மனம் கொண்ட எண்ணங்கள் யாவும் வெகுண்டோட தியானங்கள் தந்திடுவான். யுகம் காக்கும் நித்யானந்த
listen. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. So I know you are able to see me, hear me. Yes. Listen. Listen. Paramashiva's direct message from Kailasa. Listen. Conscious sovereignty. The very purpose of all beings, not just human beings, all beings, is to experience conscious sovereignty. The very purpose why Paramashiva manifesting as this incarnation and manifesting, realizing and manifesting the truth. You are consciousness. You may have intelligence, mind, body, various layers. But you are consciousness. Your layers are not you. You are consciousness. The core substance out of which you are made, or the core existence of you, the core unit of you is consciousness. You may have mind, you may have body, you may have all the other things like a wealth, relationships, but you are consciousness. Second, consciousness is the ultimate. Third, declaring the sovereignty of your consciousness. Declaring sovereignty of your consciousness. Your consciousness is the supreme, most powerful, highest, your consciousness is most powerful, highest existence. Listen. Whether the yoga you are asked to do, stretching your body, or pranayama you are asked to do, like a cohesive, coherent breathing pattern, or the puja, the worship you are asked to do, or listening to these great truths and internalizing everything. In Hinduism, everything is to make you conscious sovereignty. Listen. From your conscious sovereignty, when you manifest your health, the health becomes eternal, permanent. From your conscious sovereignty, if you manifest economical independence, that becomes eternal, permanent, and good to you and to the society, because a conscious sovereign being will never harm society and generate wealth. Understand? There are many people wealthy by grabbing, centralizing, redistributing, not by generating. The real wealth is always generation focused, generating focused, not just redistribution or grabbing. A conscious being will be wealthy by generating, not by grabbing or redistribution, being part of this redistribution loop. So understand, a conscious being, when he declares his conscious sovereignty and manifests health, it will be an absolute perfect health. He knows how long to live and he knows when to leave. I can give the example of Paramashivoham. Even after leaving the body, his body did not go through any symptoms of death, deterioration of death. My own guru, Isaki Swami, 3 days after death, his body was just fresh, alive. My guru Kuppamal asked, Bhagavan, please do Bhatmasana, we have to keep you in Jiva Samadhi. His body just locked itself in Bhatmasana and we kept in Jiva Samadhi. Understand? A being manifests health from his conscious sovereignty will be ultimate health. Being manifesting economical independence from his conscious sovereignty will be not only wealthy forever, his wealth will do good to him and to the world. The methodology he adopts for becoming wealthy will do good to him and for the society. It will always be generating, creating, manifesting, not manipulating or grabbing, stealing, or being part of this redistribution loop. I want all of you to spend a little time and understand what I say about wealth. If you read Agamas, understand the economic policies of Paramashiva. If you understand the economic policies of Paramashiva,
தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணைய நித்யம் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். கருத்துடன் மெதுவாகவே அமர்ந்து கண் விழித்திட என்னே பணிவாய் அழைத்தே புத்தம் புது மலராய் மலர்ந்து சற்றே ஒரு புன்னகை புரிந்து பித்தன் புவி காத்திடும் நித்யானந்தா விண்ணோர் மண்ணோர் தோள் மீசன் நித்யாச்சலன் எனும் நேசன் பெருந்துயர் நீக்கிடும் நித்யானந்தா. மனமொரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நிற்கும் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். கங்கை நீர் கலந்தெந்த தலைவனை நீராடிட அழைத்தேன். பாங்காய்வன் பட்டாடிதனை அழகாக உடுத்திட கொடுப்பேன். நித்தியம் பூசனை செய்ய ஆயத்தம் செய்து முடிப்பேன். மானுடனாய் பூமியை ஆடும் நித்தியனை நாடும் துதிப்பேன். காத்திடுவான் 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 என்று மனம் ஒரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் வாழ்வை வளமாகவே மாற்றும் ஞானம் தன்னை தந்தமையேற்றும் நித்தியம் சொற்பொழிவெல்லாம் தினம் தவறாக கேட்பேன். சித்தம் சுத்தம் செய்விக்கும் தெய்வ சொற்கள் எல்லாம்
Listen. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. Sorry for the technical glitch. Please listen. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Yes. Shiva Yoga, I am seeing everything you guys are doing and enjoying. Yes, good. Listen, I'll repeat. I can see you all guys and I can see all of you waving. Yes. Now listen. Yes. Now listen. Sorry for the technical glitch. I will repeat. Because my purpose is for all of you to manifest this conscious sovereignty. I'm going to give more and more detailed revelations about this conscious sovereignty. Listen. Realizing your consciousness and realizing consciousness is the ultimate, and declaring your conscious sovereignty and making your life manifesting conscious sovereignty in every level. Your health should be centered on conscious sovereignty. You should manifest physical health from the great realization of conscious sovereignty. You should manifest mental health from the great realization of conscious sovereignty. I tell you, 99% of your problems are mental health related. Only in this pralaya, I can see how people are creating real problems because of their imaginary, delusory mental problems. Listen. The imaginary, delusory mental problems, they are not able to handle and make decisions, create real problems, physical problems. This whole pralaya, the worst thing is, it cheats you left, right, center, and the empty mind is devil's workshop. The word will become reality in this pralaya. You go on imagining things, get deluded, and you really feel your delusions are really, really real. That's the worst thing. You should manifest mental health from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest wealth from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest powers from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest enlightenment from conscious sovereignty. Conscious sovereignty should be the center, core truth. The career decision you make, the decisions you make in your life, where to live, how to live, the relationship decisions, health related decisions, wealth related decisions, the activities you are supposed to perform every day. the words you will be uttering every day, everything you should decide from conscious sovereignty. Do Vakyartha Satas and Jivartha Satas on this conscious sovereignty subject. I'll help you to experience more and more the truth about the conscious sovereignty. Then you will understand how to do. Your devotion should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your surrender should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your enlightenment should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your power manifestation should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your love should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your lust should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your passion should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Love people who support you to experience and manifest conscious sovereignty. Enjoy the physical intimacy with people who are filled with the bio-memory of conscious sovereignty and manifest the same in you when you share your body with them. Whether your love, your lust, your intimacy, your career, your wealth, your health, all decisions make based on conscious sovereignty. Kailasa is here to make all the beings experience conscious sovereignty. I am here to give you conscious sovereignty. Understand? Receiving the knowledge about the conscious sovereignty, freedom to live the lifestyle of conscious sovereignty, supporting mechanism, the ecosystem to manifest conscious sovereignty, this should be the goal of every human being. This should be the goal of every human being. The whole purpose of Kailasa is setting a model community of conscious sovereignty. Where your health, everything is centered on conscious sovereignty and you are supported intensely to manifest conscious sovereignty. And you can learn from this model community and take it and manifest this wherever you are. That is the way I am manifesting this whole Kailasa. See, here I am manifesting. If you want to come and be part of this community, you are welcome. But if you want to come and learn and go back and manifest the same ecosystem wherever you are free to do. I support, encourage, give you all the support system for you to manifest this conscious sovereignty centric ecosystem. Wherever you are. That's the way I'm making this Kailasa. It is fundamentally conscious sovereignty centric, helping every being to manifest conscious sovereignty. When you start manifesting conscious sovereignty, the patterns which binds you, chains you, will all become irrelevant. Not only they will disappear, you will break them, they will just become irrelevant. The mind which binds you, chains you, will become irrelevant, You will manifest supermind, which manifests all powers. Extreme joy, ecstasy, bliss, completion, powers. I'll give you some deeper understandings about this conscious sovereignty. It is such highly matured, enlightening truth. Even if you understand, you will start manifesting. Say, declare you are Paramashiva, the ultimate conscious being. Even your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, all these are part of your rejuvenation. Paramashivatva. You don't need to be afraid of it. You forgetting
மனமொரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். மனமொரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். அகமதன் இருளை க்ஷணமது களைந்து மகனிட தியானமதை நித்யன் வழங்கினான். அகமதன் இருளை க்ஷணமது களைந்து மகனிட தியானமதை நித்யன் வழங்கினான். பணிவோடு கனிவாய் அன்புடன் வணங்க நித்யனின் தாசன் நீ என அருளினான். பணிவோடு கனிவாய் அன்புடன் வணங்க நித்யனின் தாசன் நீ என அருளினான். பிறவியின் உயர்ந்த பயனதை அடைய பரவசம் மிகுந்த நிலைக்கென்னை உயர்த்தினான். பிறவியின் உயர்ந்த பயனதை அடைய பரவசம் மிகுந்த நிலைக்கென்னை உயர்த்தினான். மனம் ஒரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். காலை அவன் காலடியினிலே கருத்துடன் மெதுவாகவே அமர்ந்து கண் விழித்திட ஐயா என்றே பணிவாய் அழைத்தேன். புத்தம் புது மலராய் மலர்ந்து சற்றே ஒரு புன்னகை புரிந்து பித்தன் புவி காத்திடும் நித்யானந்தா. விண்ணோர் மண்ணோர் தோழும் ஈசன் நித்யாச்சலன் எனும் நேசன் பெருந்துயர் நீக்கிடும் நித்யானந்தா. மனமொரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான். கங்கை நீர் கலந்தெந்த தலைவனை நீராடிட அழைப்பேன். பாங்காய் வெண்பட்டா
Listen. Listen. The truth I am talking, I am revealing is too powerful, needs continuously to be explained for few hours. So I'll explain the physics of conscious sovereignty, chemistry of conscious sovereignty, biology of conscious sovereignty in further satsangs. Now understand the importance and introduction about conscious sovereignty. Do Vakyartha Sadas and Jivartha Sadas about this. I'll explain the further truths in the further satsang. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, collective integrity, Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराज गुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ 93 गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ 33 गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत 64 योगिनी मण्डित 64 सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ 800 श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ 800 श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ 23 गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानन्द प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव श्री ज्ञान सम्बन्ध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
Annual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadushnam Tattvamasya Lakshmam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained what is power manifestation. It is a cognitive shift from what we know as our body to what we should know as our body also. The consciousness, conscious sovereignty as our very reality. That cognitive shift from matter that we exist and only function from the length, breadth, depth to the time and space, how we have to function as a higher consciousness. Bhagavan is beautifully taking us through how the reality is possible as a manifestation. The science of power manifestation. It is a science because So many of them have manifested, and so many can just simply repeat it, and all of us can experience it. So it is a science. The science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural references for understanding the science of power manifestation, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and Agamas. The Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of Apta, who are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, Siddhas, and so many millions, who are authority of Hinduism, who have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, who has had from human as superconscious breakthrough, experiencing the conscious sovereignty as their reality. Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leelas. Bhagavan enacts the whole role, how from a human you can be a superhuman being as conscious sovereignty as your lifestyle, as your decisions, as your actions, as your all the things that you need to perform as your reality itself. Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the experience of the millions of the disciple, devotees, followers initiated by Bhagavan into all this great science, conscious sovereignty, and experiencing the oneness and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, and which is completely authentic, scientific, and foolproof. Pratyaksha Pramana, the evidences from the science, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Beautifully, Bhagavan has measured the disciples, devotees, balasans, and himself, where clearly it shows thoughts are not required for living. Conscious sovereignty is the very source, the core, how it manifests as reality. And simply Bhagavan has said, whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard, I will manifest myself into them as conscious sovereignty, as reality, in each of us to experience that we are consciousness, we are Paramashiva, and we manifest from the source Paramashiva even whatever we are identifying in the outer world as reality. Let's go to Apta Pramana. Let's go to Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Shiva Sutra, Shiva Samhita, all of these are the great scriptures where the reference are beautifully given. This is from Shiva Samhita for the power of clairvoyance, power to identify what is inside. Now, let's go to Shiva Samhita 5.8384.
This Shastra Pramana is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.83. Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura shrishti dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura shrishti dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, he gets immeasurable experience, knowledge, knows the past, present, future, time, has Dhruva Drishti and Dura Shrishti, the power to listen from a far off great distance, or power to see, have a vision of anything at a great distance, anywhere. And Khagatham, power to walk in air and fly in air, the ability to speak on any unknown topic, omniscience, understanding how the conscious sovereignty is powerful, that Bhagavan is again and again saying how it is so powerful and how we can experience the higher state of consciousness if we understand how these are manifesting as our wealth, health, and all that we know, the relationship, everything from a different perspective. The perception needs to change and everything change. Sant Jnaneshwar, he was a small boy when he wanted to learn the Vedas. And he went to the Brahmanas and said, I want to learn some Vedas. So the Brahmins asked, what do you know about Veda and Brahman and all that? He said, I know who knows the Brahman is the Brahman who lives as a Brahman. He is a Brahman. Such profound words. And they started making fun of him, a small boy, giving all these great truths. And he said, okay, I'll call that buffalo and you tell for the buffalo because you guys are not as per the society standards. Your father married after he took sannyas and he went into the Jala Samadhi. He did not take care of you. And what kind of a life you have, we cannot teach you. This is not Brahmin. You go tell the buffalo to chant. And a Muslim bought a buffalo at that time and he kept the buffalo next to Sant Jnaneshwar. Sant Jnaneshwar started chanting the Vedas and they said, from your mouth Vedas should not come, and they closed his mouth. When they closed his mouth, the buffalo took the verses and started chanting. Simply the whole community fell at the buffalo's feet and Sant Jnaneshwar feet. And finally they bought the buffalo from the Muslim because he cannot keep the buffalo with chants Veda. And the Brahmins also could not keep the buffalo because if they made a mistake in the chanting, they gave it to Sant Jnaneshwar. And it says in the scriptures, the buffalo used to sit with Sant Jnaneshwar on his writings and comment and enjoy the whole presence. Bhagavan beautifully says, it is so conscious sovereignty is for all the beings. All the beings. It's so beautiful how we say we have a monkey mind. Ramana Maharshi, once he was with all his disciples and everybody was so disturbed. And he just sat there with a piece of banana. And one monkey came running to it and tried to catch it. And when the monkey came close by, he just looked into the monkey's eyes. And for 5 minutes, the monkey did not move at all, which was shocking. A monkey could not move. A monkey cannot be still even 5 seconds. And everybody witnessed that and were completely paralyzed to the core to see a monkey sitting at feet of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and for 5 minutes, no movement at all. And when the monkey started to move, Bhagavan gave his beautiful words saying, what on earth you're going to catch, missing these greatest moment. And the monkey left after that. This is not just for the monkey, but for all of us. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi calls the monkey and gives all the Upanishads and Vedas and understanding. When people ask him, why is he doing that? He'll say, as though you humans understand. All the signs, unless we live in every action, every word, every thought continuously as our reality, to understand the very core who we are, the conscious sovereignty, Bhagavan's blessing simply will manifest in our reality. If we don't do that, we'll never understand because we are so caught up with our mind, with the identities that we carry. And with the identities, we are more into non-decisiveness, confusion, chaos, problem. All that we know is only all kinds of issues that we are constantly have to face. When we drop our identity, something new happens. How we drop ourselves, go into the deep sleep, we are in such a beautiful space. Same way when we drop our identity, will food come to my plate? Yes, it will. As per Agama, a person is supposed to only keep so much earnings for only the next day meal. Other than that, nothing should be kept with him. He should manifest it, like Bhagavan says, from conscious sovereignty, simply as reality. All these great signs, and they were, Tukaram was able to manifest that. He told very well, when somebody for a false reason took away his house, he went to Panduranga, thanked him that he doesn't have to be anymore in the bondage of the house. And simply the devotees build a house for him. All that happens when you are in conscious sovereignty. It becomes a reality in different possibility that Bhagavan is saying. Kailasa simply happens when he is in deep samadhi, oneness with Paramashiva, Arnagiri Yogeshwara as himself. Simply Kailasa, he says, is a side effect of him. How Bhagavan is manifesting, he is teaching us the science, how the manifestation happens beyond your logic, beyond your planning, beyond your thinking, only from the space of complete oneness. Oneness is the highest currency that you can experience. When you are in pure space of Advaita, oneness, you start experiencing a different shift the way you start manifesting your reality. Instead of confusion, it is auspiciousness. Instead of struggle, it is abundance. Instead of all that chaos, you are in such pure Paramashanta space. Instead of ill health, you are in Kayakalpa body. All that brings is auspiciousness, conscious sovereignty. Again and again going into that as our reality, that only from the space of oneness, I will manifest my life, manifest my talk, manifest my conversation, whether making a tea or whether we are making some conscious decisions, holding only from the conscious sovereignty brings the ultimate result. That is what Bhagavan has repeatedly given us as the reality. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Very beautiful story. Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 40. This is for one's kamsa. This is for the power of clairvoyance, power of identifying something inside. So once Kamsa sent Akrura, very beautiful character, Akrura to escort Krishna and Balarama from Vrindavan to his court in Mathura. On the way of Akrura, stopped his chariot and he wanted to do the Sandhya Vardhana, the whole thing that he usually worships. So he said to Krishna, I have to be in integrity, and he goes to Yamuna river for worshipping. When he dipped his head in the water, he saw forms of Krishna and Balarama inside the water. Through the power of third eye, he identified and saw the Lord Krishna and Lord Balarama inside the river Yamuna, where usually there is just water. He was in such a oneness when he went to Vrindavan. The minute he went to Vrindavan, he started rolling over the sand. Like if you go enter Bidadi, you start rolling over the sand. How would it be? And when people asked him, what is he doing? And he said, every sand has a story to tell of Lord Krishna. So I don't want to go back without taking those also. And he was rolling on every place possible to get Krishna's DNA and Krishna's blessing as his prasada. Such a beautiful space, Akrura held so high, and Gopikas and Radha, they were all upset that he's taking away Krishna. But then he does a beautiful completion where he makes them understand that Krishna is nowhere other than in part of Gopikas and Radha. So beautiful. Akrura, how he finds something inside, he lifts the conscious sovereignty that he sees only Krishna in every possibility. Even dipping in water becomes Krishna blessing for him. Bhagavan beautifully explains in the Atma Pramana.
Play with this power. If my classmates are fighting for a candy, immediately I'll say, don't worry, I'll just materialize on candy and give them. Some of my classmates, friends come and tell me, Swamiji, today, even in those days I used to be called as Swami. Swami, today I have not done my homework. Please save me from the maths teacher. I'll say, all right, he will have diarrhea, he will not come to the school. And he will not come. He will have diarrhea. Of course, later on, a great Siddha Purusha in Tiruvannamalai, he made me realize that you should not be using the Kundalini Shakti, Ashtama Siddhis, so casually, even for small things. Then from 17 I stopped using. Used only very rarely, only really when it is required. From 22nd I surrendered everything completely to the cosmos. And whatever the divine wants, that plays, that uses, that expresses. If the divine wants, it expresses and shows even Vishwarupa, or it just lives ordinary inside the boundaries of simple rules, regulations as per the divine wish and will. It is happening. By 22, the withering away of the will has happened. So after that, no decision is mine.
Shakshi Pramana.
Shakshi Pramana are the disciple devotees, followers who have manifested the powers and would like to share their experience.
Just stuck out, and it's like in the beginning I kind of forgot that I was supposed to write some words, so nothing was really standing out, and then at some point the word wave just came so strongly, and at that moment I felt the rush in my system and I knew that I had to put that word on paper. So the first word that I wrote down for the first page is wave, and at the end, when I actually checked the page and read what was on it, it was basically about becoming liquid like water. So this is the second truth that came through third eye. What is your life? How can you tell between dream and the reality? It is possible to manifest a new life through His grace. It is surrendering to Him, the light of the blazing sun. So now the page. So what third eye revealed was about basically surrendering to Him, the light of the blazing sun. So the title here is You Are God, and it talks all about surrendering and telling how Arjuna says, my soul is surrendered unto you. And basically just explaining how Arjuna was not truly surrendered to Krishna in that particular moment. Because if he had been truly surrendered to Krishna, he would have simply followed what Krishna said and would not have waited for an intellectual explanation. So the whole page, the word surrendering is mentioned like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I see it 7 times in this one page. So this is extremely exciting.
Prataksha Pramana.
Beautifully, Bhagavan has manifested all these pramanas for us to understand the greater reality. Now let's get ready for our own experience of power manifestation. Power manifestation, only each one of you experience, like each one of you go to a temple and you experience, you start asking for something and it becomes reality again and again. You understand the power of you. It is very important to manifest the powers of Paramashiva by each one of us to understand the space each one of us is going to experience. How much ever the food is made, unless we eat it ourselves, we do not experience that greatest truth. Same way, power manifestation has to be manifested by each one of us. Now the guidelines. Let's get the whole thing recorded because these are beautiful moments. See, all the Shakshi Pramanas are from the Kailash Courtyard. When people share, we take it from there and we showcase to the world. All your sharings are very important and valid for billions of people to understand that conscious sovereignty is a possibility, is the very existential way of living and very core how we are going to mold our life as our reality, and very true nature how we do not have birth and death, where we do not have suffering, and we can manifest all the reality as we experience. Beautifully, you can experience the oneness when you start manifesting the powers. So here, please go ahead and record all these things. And if you have the Jnananjan in your Kantamala, apply in your third eye and your temples. And if you want to do, this is clairvoyance, power of seeing something inside. If you want to wear your eye bands, make sure there's no light passing it and clearly wear your eye bands. And if you have a partner, that's wonderful. If you don't have, call somebody and tell them you're going to find something inside their pocket or in their bags or in their locker or closet, wherever, or they want an item to be found. You can also find that something interesting. So call the people and tell them, explain to them how you're going to see through them as in the oneness space with them and manifest this as reality. As long as you think you are individual, you are suffering with the matter that you understand as reality. But if you understand the higher science, how Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when he started seeing two fishermen fighting and one hit the other and he had the mark in his back. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he had the mark in his back and he started shouting because he became the oneness with that person and he experienced what the person experienced. That is exactly power manifestation. You are going to experience what the other person is going to be there as yourself, and you're going to simply see whatever is available through them as them and manifest the higher reality. We are in space of conscious sovereignty, that is consciousness, which is quantum space. All of us are connected. All of us are one and same. How you think right hand knows what left hand is? How do you know that your leg knows what your hand wants? How so much of coordination is happening in your body with the trillions of cells and so many of trillions of bacteria in it. And only 46% your human cells. Other cells, you don't even know who they are. They're all parasites and microbes and all kinds of things. But still there's so much of coordination happening. The same thing is a reflection. So many trillions of people in the outer world, when you are able to coordinate in your inner space and bring them to the integrity of consciousness as your reality, you will be able to do the same thing with the trillions of people manifesting your reality as their reality. That is what Bhagavan is making us understand. Such a powerful space. So now you're going to scan the partner and tell very clearly where the object is or what are the object you are seeing inside their closets or boxes or kitchen, wherever you are given the blessing to see as your prasada. Now let's go to the instruction. Sit straight. Let's get into the deep meditation. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Paramashiva, Bhagavan's beautiful darshan, initiation, all his beautiful words. Each word of Bhagavan Satsang is a mantra. Just repeating the words itself will make you into conscious sovereignty. And then you flowing in oneness with Paramashiva, Bhagavan himself, as your reality, getting into the bhava that you're sitting as Bhagavan, sitting as Paramashiva, Para Shakti with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, alive and experiencing the bhava in you, enjoying the bhava continuously, holding only his powerful cognition and his visualization as your reality. Everything else unclutch from that. All of them. How? Keep away your gadget, keep away your thinking, keep away your mind and only be in the bhava, chanting the Maha Vakya, entangling with Bhagavan continuously in the oneness space and see whatever he shows you, write it down. At the end of this cycle, we can call them and verify whether it is beautifully correct. Paramashiva is always correct. So let's start chanting the Maha Vakya with a deep listening. Your whole being vibrating with the Maha Vakya, and you in deep listening will raise your frequency and the bhava that you're holding will become reality. And you manifest just like Swamiji, going into their space and just finding out all the details. Let's start manifesting the power of clairvoyance. Let's start chanting the Maha Vakya.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Such a beautiful space of Bhagwan. All of us experiencing the oneness space, all of us all over the world experience the deep oneness. Please open your eyes and verify whatever with the partner, all the details that you have experienced as your prasada from Paramashiva. Whatever you have written down, please call your partner and ask what you have expressed is authentically correct. Do not use any of your mind in this. Let it be only from the space of consciousness as your reality. Do not judge anything. Do not think, oh, I have got only one word correct and everything else is correct. I just got one object which is obvious. Nothing is obvious here. Paramashiva's prasada are ultimate. Even if you get a little bit of it, it is consciousness that you are experiencing. Bhagavan says, whatever you experience, even as a little, it's much better than anything else you do the whole day, because that is the space of auspiciousness, abundance, and higher reality, who you are. Recognizing you are, even for a glimpse in the mirror, that you see who you are so shocked that you are Paramashiva. You are so shocked that you can see nobody other than Paramashiva in the mirror of your inner space. That is what is the ultimate space of oneness that you can experience. Wherever and whatever you see only Paramashiva as your reality. Again and again, holding that as your primary cognition simply will manifest whatever you want. You don't have to think, you don't have to plan, and whatever you want manifest ultimate reality, because your decision, your thoughts, everything will be so aligned, will not take a extra second to download in you as your reality. So when you are in conscious sovereignty, everything happens to you. When you are in the outer world, just as a matter, you have to run behind everything to make it happen. Such a auspicious space and abundant space that Bhagavan is giving us as an initiation, as a blessing for us to manifest higher signs. So whatever you have, if you're feeling that you have not manifested, surrender that thought to Bhagavan Paramashiva. He will give you a deeper insight and reflect the consciousness in you, making you understand even the breathing, even whatever you experience as now, watching, everything is manifestation. And everything is happening just by the power of manifestation. Now it's happening more unconscious, but more and more you recognize yourself, you can manifest that reality as you want to. Let's surrender everything to Paramashiva. We'll have one more cycle of the power of clairvoyance. You can read anything at a far off distance, or listening at anything at a far off distance, or smelling anything at a far off distance. Today we are going to use the seeing at a far off distance. Somewhere you don't know something exists, and finding out the details and simply revealing as Paramashiva is explaining to you, to your partner, is the most auspicious. It's not some small power, but it also removes so much of incompletion in us where we are stuck in the outer world. Each of these power manifestation opens up a new dimension, perception in you, changes your whole reality into a new positive auspiciousness, abundance reality, that you are manifesting the conscious sovereignty instead of the struggle that you are going through. The same thing in a different angle, different way you can perceive, and you can understand how the reality is unfolding as auspiciousness and abundance instead of with a struggle and chaos and confusion. So let's be with the one more few minutes of meditation, deep meditation, oneness with Paramashiva. Let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Tell your partner to tell anything that you want to scan, or find something that your partner is searching for a long time. Or you can find something and tell her how interesting it is to know that she has something in this place. So whatever Paramashiva shows you, you can write it down. At the end of the cycle, you can share the detail. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Bring Paramashiva Parashakti into your third eye again and again, and only Bhagavan words into your reality. Again and again bring Bhagavan's words. Chant the Mahavakya loudly and intensely from your navel center. Your navel is where you are connected to your mother. Even the cells that are taken and kept for the creation, if there's any problem in your body, is such an important space. That is where you connect to the whole consciousness, how you are connected to your mother. So from your navel, when you chant the Jatagni in your stomach, and if you offer the mantra, simply raises your frequency into higher consciousness and higher reality. Deeply, when you listen to it, how it manifests, you'll understand the higher signs of conscious sovereignty. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely for the power of clairvoyance.
Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, the prasada that Bhagavan has given, please share it in the tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. Why sharing is important? Each of you are a reflection of the reality. All the people that you know are shapes and colors and forms of your reality. nothing but yourself. Bhagavan says, if you complete them, if you contribute to them, it is like contributing to yourself, and it's easy to complete them than complete your incompletions. And when you contribute in their life, it reflects in your life as the reality. That is how the higher science works. When you start understanding that why power manifestation is not happening, or why it is not consistent, or why it's not stable, is because you're not sharing enough. You see the Balasans every single day doing demonstration apart from their power manifestation classes, because the demonstration and sharing and contributing in others' life is the way we exist, to way we even getting better and better with everything. When you contribute to others, you expand into the new science, new reality, new possibility. The expansion is life, expansion is conscious sovereignty. So that again and again Bhagavan reminds us, offer the gratitude again and again to Bhagavan, and start sharing in your social media platforms or in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Even if you take 5 minutes of your time, it's worth everything. Whatever you have gone through today, share it with the world, in your tiny world, with your friends and families who are your reflections. If you see a $sign at the end of the YouTube, you contributing to Kailasa, simply whatever a single unit of your currency will shower you with all the wealth, auspiciousness, and beautiful space of oneness. Whatever you contribute, it just n times come back to you. That is the space of Kailasa. So with that, let's surrender all this powerful cognition and power manifestation to Bhagavan's lotus feet. With a deep earning and gratitude, we'll ask Bhagavan to manifest Paramashiva as our existential reality and conscious sovereignty as our reality. Thanking each one of you, hundreds of you are sitting there and in deep meditation and manifesting powers. Authentically record all these things, your testimonials, your powerful cognition with the world, into their reality. Thank you so much, and let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much, and see you after the next satsang, next darshan, in the next Kailash Kotiyar manifesting power session.